While Tom is away working interstate freight, Ali and I thought we'd do a little day trip from our base at Kempsey. We headed out through Willawarren and out to Bellbrook. It's a beautiful drive. The roads are a little bit windy, but they're quite cute little quaint villages. Coming into Willawarren here, lovely little church and a pub being renovated. Just a nice little quirky, quaint country town village. We didn't stop in Willawarren. We just kept on rolling through, but might go and have lunch at the pub or something, or this little quirky general store here. It's got takeaway signs, so I'm guessing it does food there. Just kept on going through. Beautiful drive along the river here. Ali will pan the camera out over the creek, and it's just lovely through the hills, and it's lush and green, especially at the moment. Follows this lovely river all the way along out to Bellbrook. I think there's a few like little spots you can get down there to the river along the way. The road is, you can see, it's quite windy and narrow. Here we are coming into Bellbrook Village, which I quite like. I thought it was nice. There was like a little camping area and I think like a little farm stay there. Be a nice spot to come park for a few days in the middle of summer. We just did a drive through town and then come back and pulled up at the pub that we saw because we saw the sign. It says Cake and Cafe. That's our kind of jam. So we were coming back to there for morning tea, and we spotted this lovely little park here as well. So we just decided we'd do a lap through town and then we'd come back and give Mimi a little walk and stretch her legs and come back, have some coffee and cake, which was pretty good. Actually, we had sandwiches and ginger beers, and then we just continued on. We spotted this sign for fuel, the most expensive fuel I've seen in probably 12 or 18 months, I think. So maybe not get fuel at Bellbrook if you're travelling through. But then when we got back to the park, I found this old scorch your ass slippery slide. That's a bit of like 80s nostalgia there for everybody. I'm sure everyone in Australia growing up same age as me remembers burning their butt cheeks on those ones. And then, yeah, that's a nice seating area at the pub. It's a good spot just to sit down, jump back in the car, and then we hit some dirt road. We turned back off towards Taylor's Arms, and this is why we drive a four-wheel drive, because it was a bit corrugated and, as you can see, quite windy, but a beautiful country. I offered Ali, she's still on her learners, to do some driving, but she wasn't keen, so she made me drive all the way across here. But yeah, it's a pretty drive, but it was kind of windy and corrugated, but just putt along. It's not too hard. You would get two-wheel drive across there if you took your time. And then we come up over this ridge, and what a view. Like, it was just the mountains and the lush grass. It's just pretty spectacular country actually through there. Follows the little rivers along. Gorgeous spot. Absolutely beautiful country through the back there from Bellbrook across to Taylor's Arm. And then we just come in here, coming in the edge of Taylor's Arm Village, which is Slim Dusty's famous pub with no beer. So, of course, I mean, a bit of a pisshead like us, you've got to stop at the pub at no beer and have a beer, which we did. But the town itself is quite lovely. And there was a big free camp area or donation camp area. And Mimi, of course, had to jump up on the big log because it's just the thing she do. I didn't actually think she'd get up there, but she did. And then after beer, it was time to jump back in the car and just finish off our lap. We just continued following beautiful river and through the forests here. It was quite really, it took us a long time because it was a slow driving road. I think we were gone for about 3.5, 4 hours all up, but it really was a pretty drive into the back of Maxville and then back out onto the Pack Highway and winding our way all the way down back to our base at Kempsey, just short of the 200 kilometres. But with a couple of breaks, it did take us, like I said, a couple of hours, 3 hours or 3.5 hours probably, I think we were gone. But all in all, a good trip.